My name's Payne. I'm a dealer here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I've been interested in American modernism for almost 25 years now, working with a lot of the artists from the Stieglitz group, as well as since I moved my gallery to Santa Fe, New Mexico modernism. And I've been interested in exploring the connections between what artists were doing here in New Mexico and artists were doing in other parts of the country, particularly New York, during the same time period. Many of these artists knew each other, many of them had seen each other's work, many of them had never seen each other's work, but there was kind of a common thread running through a lot of the work that I show in my gallery. So, John Marin is one of the best known modernists of the 20th century. And it's interesting about his arrival in New Mexico because at the time he came to New Mexico, he was already one of the premier watercolorists in the country. He had a great deal of success showing at Stieglitz's gallery in New York, had won prizes, and was already very well known. So it was interesting that he would decide to come to New Mexico at kind of the peak of his career. He was friendly with the Strands. Paul Strand was a good friend of his, and his wife Rebecca Strand, who was also an artist and was a good friend of O'Keeffe's. And they all knew each other through Stieglitz. And he knew Mabel Dodge from New York, and she invited him to come out. And not only did she invite him to come out, but she had a pretty nice place for him to stay when he got here. So he came out, and he was also an avid fisherman, so I think that was an appeal for him as well, and really became immersed in the landscape here in the mountains, and began painting here for 2 summers, 1929, 1930, and did about 100 watercolors. And it was, well, he wrote a lot about the light here and how that affected his work, and also the landscape, particularly Taos Mountain, and how that form gave him so many different chances to explore what he was trying to do in his own painting, which was to kind of convey senses of movement with geometry, but still linking it to realistic forms. Stieglitz had kind of wanted Marin to move in a more abstract direction, and he had really resisted that. I think Stieglitz wanted him to do abstract paintings the same way Dove was doing them at this period, but Marin really wanted to keep his paintings grounded in nature. And so when he came here, he was able to kind of expand his vocabulary while still keeping it